My name's Jeff Makarevich, and welcome to Wine and Dine with Jeff, where I'll make a healthy dinner from start to finish and pair it with wines from around the world. Let's fill up that glass. Hi, I'm Jeff Makarevich, and welcome to Wine and Dine with Jeff. Today, we're doing Tuscan stuffed chicken. It's one of my favorites. I love to entertain with it. It is so easy. I can get it on the table in about 30 minutes, but it is packed full of flavor. You're gonna love it. So we have here in the bowl, let's get started on our stuffing, by the way, to stuff that chicken. We have a packet of frozen spinach that I used, chopped, and make sure this is the most important tip. You squeeze all that water out of that spinach. It has to be bone dry. We don't want all that cheesy stuffing mix to fall out of the chicken breast. We want this to stay in that chicken breast, so that's important. And to that, we are going to add some ricotta. Some Italian ricotta. Yum, yum, right? Remember I said it is Italian. And we have sun-dried tomatoes here. I chopped them all up, and this is also important. And I left one just so you could see, right? So they come in olive oil. Make sure you get the ones packed in olive oil with herbs. It gives it a complete other layer of flavor. And then, Parmigiano Reggiano, right? All the exact measurements are down below in the description center, so you can get it right down below. And another tip on that, make sure you're using the aged 2 years minimum, because it just gives it much more flavor to that Parmesan. Okay, now to that, we are going to be adding nutmeg. And another important tip, we are using fresh nutmeg. Do not use the one already grated. It loses half of its flavor when you are using the pre-grated nutmeg. So you want to always buy the full-on nutmegs. And I always love to add fresh nutmeg to ricotta and cream. It just goes so well together. And to that, fresh basil. God has some fresh basil in there, right? And make sure you salt and pepper this. Remember, this is a stuffing mix, so you want it to have a good amount of salt and pepper to it. But it's it. That's it. That's all we're doing right there. So we are going to incorporate this. And let me tell you, this is so good. And I love when you're like cutting into a chicken breast and all this beautiful cheesy goodness like oozes out the side and like into your mouth, hopefully, right? So look at that. It's that simple. And we're going to be stuffing, and any leftovers that does not get into the chicken breast, I love to just throw in eggs the next morning and have a Tuscan breakfast. So let's get our chicken stuffed. Okay, I have my chicken breasts here. Now they are butterflied out, so that is very important. But you want to keep them attached, so a butterfly just completely open. Now we have to season them. What I have flipped them onto their back, so this is the side that's going to go into the pan first. And right here, I'm going to season them up. I have in this, I have garlic powder, onion powder, and paprika. And that is going to be our seasoning, along with some Italian herbs. It's an Italian seasoning. Now that's on the back side. That's going into the pan first. And as you heard my oven just tell me it's ready, I have the oven at 365 degrees. And because it's going directly from the pan into the oven. So on the belly, we're also giving it some good liberal of this mixture that I have right here, along with, don't forget your salt and pepper. You want to definitely salt and pepper the outside and the inside of the belly of the chicken. So we got a nice little tablespoon. Now I have an important tip. Make sure you do not overfill. If you overfill, you want a good table size that I just did right there. Good table size spoon. And then you want to come and just press it in like this and make sure it's all tucked in there. And it's almost like glue. It'll hold everything together there. So let me get the other ones done and we'll get them in the pan. I have a little bit of olive oil heating up here in the pan. I'm going to get my chicken right in. I'm going to use my hands so everything stays together. And I'm putting top side down first so I can brown that up. Lovely, lovely. And you want your oil hot again, please. There we go. Now we're not going to touch that. We're going to let that go for about 5 minutes on each side until it gets nice and caramelized and beautiful. And then we're going to pop it right into the oven. It's already set at 365 for about 15 minutes, just till it finishes cooking through. Now, what are we going to do with our Tuscan stuffed chicken breast? I'm pairing it with this beautiful Super Tuscan. It's actually not from Italy. It is from California. I just visited this winery, Fratelli, Perata. They're Italians that came over centuries ago from Italy, and they planted a vineyard in Paso Robles. This beautiful Super Tuscan has Sangiovese and a whole bunch of other secret grapes, but I think I'm picking them out, like a Cab or Merlot, a bunch of other things that go into a Super Tuscan. It pairs beautifully. I'm tasting a little bit of blackberry with currant, a little bit of leather, and good amount of acidity to cut through that fat that is in our wonderful Tuscan chicken breasts. So this is a winner. Actually, I'll put the actual link to purchase some of this down below in the description center with the recipe. So we'll let that go, and then we'll hit it in the oven. I would first like to thank all my subscribers. And if you're not yet a subscriber, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you know what I'm making next week and not miss out on all that good food, right? Well, I'm going to dig into this Tuscan chicken. Yum. I cannot wait. Oh yeah, a little bit of everything here in this bite. I'm doing the happy dance. And that was a big bite. A little too big, but that is delicious, and you will love it too. Thanks for stopping by Wine and Dine, and we'll see you next week.